Well, let's just wait first and see if they can.
Welcome to the King's Corner. I am the KingFanMan, and you heard in the background my lovely Queen. Go ahead and say Queen. She can't hush for just a second. I want y'all to tell me if y'all can hear her. Queen, are you there? Can you hear me, Queen?
Oh my gosh.
She's already, she's been yapping. I just told her, just be quiet for just a second.
Stop. I'm going to hang up. You better be nice.
We've got an echo already. Let me get rid of that. So, can y'all hear the Queen?
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody. Hey, there. Boy, we got a lot of people jumping in. Timmy was first. There's Christian. There's the Master Chief is there. Timmy says he's drinking a hot mug of blood leaf tea. You're going to make him spit that blood leaf tea through his nose if you don't quit. And there is the Vault Girl. Hey, Vault Girl. Oh, we got a bunch of people jumping in. Soul Empress. I didn't know who that was with the other name there. Y'all need to get your same names. All these different names. I can't keep up with them. You got a name on YouTube, a name on Twitter, a name on... I can't keep up with all these names.
They really should be the same names. It would make it better. Hey, and somebody sent you a message when I was trying to get out of Fallout the other day when I accidentally got on it. So if it was somebody on here, sorry, it was me. He didn't see it.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
If you've seen someone playing on Xbox, that's the Queen that's been playing.
I accidentally got on it. I didn't mean to.
This is pretty funny. I've been playing under Mississippi Queen on PC, and the Queen's been playing under KingFanMan on Xbox. That kind of makes sense. So, quickly again, can y'all hear the Queen? And if y'all can, just tell me real quick. Do y'all
want me to sing for you?
Tell me real quick on the comments.
La, 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 la.
Welcome to the King's Corner. Somebody tell me yes so I can quit.
La, 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 la,
very good. Very good. We're going to talk.
They can?
Yes, they can hear you.
Ooh, maybe I'll turn it on to where I can see YouTube in a second.
Is she too loud? I said she's going to be too loud, but you know. We've got a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about the Game Awards. How many of y'all saw the Game Awards the other night? I sit there for over 2 hours watching. Some of it was not very interesting, but some of it was pretty cool. God of War won the Game of the Year. That was kind of surprising. I really thought it was going to be Red Dead Redemption, but God of War won. And of course, Outer Worlds was announced. I know a lot of people are excited about the Outer Worlds. We're going to talk about that. That of course is from the makers of Fallout New Vegas. So a lot of us that love Fallout New Vegas is excited. There's Big T. I've got to do something with Big T if I can figure out how. Let's see. Big T. Y'all hold on for just a second. Okay. Big T and Vault Girl are now moderators of the channel, and I want to thank them for being moderators of the channel. Thank you, Big T, and thank you, Vault Girl, for being moderators here on the KingCast. Thank y'all very much. They are very, very good, and I appreciate y'all volunteering your time to do that. Talking about Big T's been wrenched. He has. What do y'all think about the Outer Worlds? How many of y'all saw the trailer? And tell me what you think. We're going to talk about the Outer Worlds quite a bit. And I have a little theory about the Outer Worlds kind of giving a stab to Bethesda, or a few stabs to Bethesda within that trailer. We'll talk about that a little bit more as well. Update coming for Fallout 76 on December the 11th. They've actually split it up. There is the PC update coming the 11th, and then the consoles have been scooted back just a little bit, but we've got some big camp updates coming. The Bulldozer, I can't wait for the Bulldozer. That's going to be a wonderful thing coming. Some Rage 2. Rage 2 got another trailer. Did y'all see that one? I'm so excited for Rage 2. Cannot wait. Also, Rage 2 is going to be on the cover of Game Informer coming up in January. The digital Game Informer is already out. If y'all haven't seen it, it's on my Twitter page. Y'all can see that. So check that out as well. So we've got a lot to talk about in this KingCast. So Also, talk about y'all's questions. As always, if you have questions about anything, please just go ahead and ask. And as always, y'all help me answer those questions and keep up with the questions. And Miss Queen, if you've got access to the questions, please help me keep up with them as well. That's your #1 main job.
I will get to them in just a couple of minutes. I'll flip over to where I can see YouTube. Hey, did you know that Smash Brothers came out yesterday?
Smash Brothers came out yesterday as well.
Do you know how I know that?
Because Wolfman is very excited about Smash Brothers, and he was probably playing it as well, wasn't he?
Him and his 12 friends were playing it last night at the house, so you got to miss all the fun.
Yeah, I'm still here at my mother's, the King's Corner on the road, as y'all can see, and the Wolfman had 12 friends. That's a good time to be gone from the house. Wow, that's wonderful. Yeah. Let's by the way, did the house survive?
It did survive. They actually did. You know, they haven't broke anything in a very, very long time. So I don't know that they've ever broken anything. So
that's good.
You know, it's all good. Maybe we've spilled a Coke here and there before, but I don't. If they did anything last night, they didn't confess, and I haven't found it yet.
Well, that's good. Y'all are talking about Outer Worlds kind of looking like BioShock. It does remind me of the BioShock world anyway, and I love the BioShock. I've played not all of the BioShocks. I've played most of them, and I really enjoyed the BioShocks. But the worlds definitely looked like that. I found it kind of interesting that you start in a cryo freezer, which is how Fallout 4 starts. And it's kind of a mix between a Fallout and a Starfield, which is kind of interesting as well. And there's also a little plug or hit there about trying not to break it, which was one of the things that Bethesda said about the beta as well. There was kind of a few stabs in there, or maybe teases with Bethesda. And again, we can talk about that if y'all want to. Some interesting things about Outer Worlds. The companion system is a little bit different. The one thing they've taken away from the companions is they won't carry your equipment. I don't like that at all. What would I do with a companion that won't carry stuff? I am a hoarder. And that's the one thing about Fallout 76 that I've really had to adjust, is trying to get rid of stuff and not carry as much stuff. So having a companion that does not carry stuff, that would be hard to adjust to. So that's the one thing I've learned about the Outer Worlds that kind of bothers me. But everything else sounds good about it. The look of it I like, except for I didn't really care for the creatures look. It kind of looked too, and I don't want to get too critical, but it kind of looked too cartoony to me. But that was just me, not being too critical. But what did y'all think of the Outer World? Did you see it, Miss Queen? I bet you didn't even see it, did you?
Heck no, I haven't seen it. We all know that.
You were watching The Boys, weren't you? Yeah.
I was trying to survive. Y'all do not know how very loud 13, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders can be.
And you didn't. And you didn't get any sleep, I bet.
It was late when I got sleep, and I was up at 4, and they were asleep, and I should have woken them up. I should have been clanging pots and pans and just, I should have been loud. That was a good idea. I'll do that next time.
Before we get into any of the story or any of the way the systems work in Outer Worlds, and we don't know much, but I really have a question. Do you think they were kind of taking a shot at Bethesda at all? And what I mean by that, here we have a game that really is a mix between Fallout and Starfield. Is that a coincidence that Bethesda has Fallout going on right now and Starfield is their next game? It's kind of it's kind of strange that this game is a mix between Fallout and Starfield. Do y'all think that's kind of a shot? Are they directly trying to compete with Bethesda? Is it a friendly thing? What do y'all think? Is there love lost between Obsidian and Bethesda? I'm not sure what's going on there. Big T says it kind of looks like Borderlands creatures. Yeah, it's definitely a totally different type look than the Bethesda type creatures for sure. Yeah, I thought it was a jab. I did. I think there were several jabs in there. That's the way I took it anyway. From what I understand, there are 2 planets that the game is going to take place on. There's 2 main planets. And even though it is a space game, it's really not going to take place in space. It's going to take place on these 2 planets. One is inhabited, is the one you see that has all the stores and has all the flowers and all the nice things. And then the other one is the one with all the monsters and all that. And if I understand right, you've been in cryo freeze for 70 years, something like that, 70, 75 years. So this planet has been going on for 70 years. So all this stuff has taken place for that 70 years that you've been in cryo freeze. So everybody else got there before you did. And that's really the essence of the game. One planet is in trouble, uninhabited. This one planet isn't. The one planet that has all the stuff on it is being controlled by the corporation, the evil corporation. And they're basically, they like money and they're controlling everything. What are you doing, Miss Queen? You're loud again and you're not even talking. Are you driving?
Oh, it's because I am. I'm trying to get back home because, hold on a minute.
Okay, you're driving. That's it. I just heard a lot of wind.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to get back home because I don't have internet right now for some weird reason. Mainly because, well, it's Arkansas and the weather's crummy. Aren't you liking my choice of words?
Yeah, yes, I do.
And so
hey, Lady Braven, hello. Yes, without question. I thought they were taking a shot too.
I am not going to go.
It does sound like a Firefly story. I'm listening. I can do 2 things at once.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to go in the store. I'm going to go home instead. So it's going to take me a few minutes to get through all the construction and down the nasty interstate. But I'm driving and I'm going to get there. But I took you off speaker, so hopefully it's not so loud now.
Master Chief, I agree. Competition is good. James, is Starfield releasing next year?
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you what, with everything that has happened with Fallout 76.
Oh, they'll wait till it's bug free.
We've already seen Blades be delayed. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of delays because of what has happened within the community.
Well,
and they
are losing so much money to these whiny babies that they're trying to make happy. I would just tell them to kiss my honey and quit trying to make them happy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot.
That's why I don't own Bethesda.
Yeah. There's a little bit of panic going on at Bethesda. I mean, obviously they've got to stop the bleeding, because it is bad PR right now. There's no doubt about it. And they cannot release something right now with the PR that's going the way it's going. They've got to get it stopped.
It is so stupid that they're like giving everybody new nylon bags. That's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with that bag that we have. Absolutely nothing. Like, what did you expect it was going to be? You know.
But they showed the other one in the commercial. I mean, they should have never shown the other one and then given another one. That was a stupid move by Bethesda. It's just simple, stupid little mistakes that they're making all over the place. There's no.
Maybe they need a new ad guy.
There's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt they're getting unreasonable hate, but Bethesda is making some stupid moves too. I mean,
Well, but when you get nervous, you start to make stupid moves because you're just trying to get through. You know,
Yep.
You're just trying to get through.
Yeah, Timmy, I agree. I think the best move for Bethesda right now is just to back up and do nothing other than get 76 stable and get the people happy with it that's playing it. They need to get 76 as good as they can and get the people that are playing it happy with it. And they still need to get Blades where it's good. I mean, they've said that it's going to release spring now. Blades is done. It's ready to go. I don't think there's a problem with it. Now, there's other people saying, oh, there's a problem with it. I don't believe there's a problem with it at all. I don't even believe there's bugs with it. I believe the only reason they delayed it is because of the PR climate right now. I believe they did not want to release anything because anything that Bethesda does right now is being received with hate. Anything, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Now,
they couldn't send you a dozen roses right now and it'd be good. They would be the wrong color roses.
Exactly. I think we can all agree they've made some stupid moves. But I also think anyone that would be honest could also say that even when Bethesda does something right, they're also received with hate. I mean, there's a lot of things that Fallout 76 has done right that people have hated on. So that's why they backed up and said, you know, we're not going to do anything right now. So
you think they'll hold on Starfield until they've got it?
Yeah, I mean,
well, they've got to hold until they've got 76 fixed.
I mean, Starfield is something they have literally been working on. You can actually go back. 2013 was the first time they filed a trademark. 2013. We're talking about, Skyrim came out in 2011. We're talking about before Fallout 4, there was a trademark filed for Starfield. They have been working on this a long time. That's
like 5 years ago. Seriously, 5.5 years, depending on when it was.
There has been a lot of money, a lot of resources put into Starfield. If it crashes and burns like Fallout 76 crashes and burns, then, and y'all may laugh at this, but Bethesda could go down. Companies can go under very, very quickly. Look what happened to Telltale Games. It doesn't take much for a company of that size to go under. When you're talking about that much money, when they have that much money on the line, you can go under really, really quick. So now I don't think they're going to, and I don't mean to be throwing panic up, but I guarantee you the higher ups are saying we've got to get Starfield right. So they're going.
But I'll be playing Starfield with James when it comes out.
Well, I think we're all excited about it, and the true fans are excited about it. But they need the mainstream to be excited about Starfield, like the mainstream was about Fallout before all this happened.
True.
I mean, you go back to Skyrim and how the mainstream loved Bethesda during Skyrim, or how the mainstream loved Bethesda during Fallout 4. But it started turning during Fallout 4. You started seeing this hate train, or whatever you want to call it, starting, and it's just gone downhill since then. So
how long did it take, like on the other Fallouts, for the hate? Because, people have cracked about the other ones before too. But how long did it take for it to turn on those?
It has never been like this. It has never been to this extent. Fallout 4 was the worst up until this one.
How long did it take on that?
We'll see, but it never turned on Fallout 4. What happened, in my opinion, on this one is the hate started with Fallout 4. And when they announced this one, I believe the hate was still simmering from Fallout 4.
So it's carryover.
It is carryover. And I think the people that were still hating on Bethesda from Fallout 4, it is a witch hunt. The people that were hating on Bethesda from Fallout 4 were wanting something new. They were wanting Starfield. They were wanting Elder Scrolls 6. They were sure not wanting another Fallout, and they definitely were not wanting a multiplayer game that wasn't a single-player game. So they never, ever gave Fallout 76 a chance. I mean, they never gave it a chance, ever. They did not want it. They hated it from the beginning. They hated it from the very announcement, and it's just grown since then. So, in my opinion, that's what's happened.
That stinks.
Yep, it does. It absolutely does. Big T says about Fallout 76, hate mob. Let's look back to 2017 and look at Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah, absolutely.
This is totally unrelated to Bethesda.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If anybody has an Atari game called Asteroids or Missile Command, I'm on the hunt.
You're on the hunt.
Yep. Okay, that's all. Back to Fallout.
And is that for the 2600, I guess, Atari?
It's for the old one.
Yep.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, back to Outer Worlds real quick, and we'll get to more Fallout 76. I know that the Outer Worlds definitely has my interest. Now, I'm always going to be a Bethesda guy, but I loved Fallout New Vegas. And of course, I liked the original Fallout games as well. So Obsidian is always, I've always been a fan of Obsidian. So I'm going to play Outer Worlds, and I'm even going to cover it on this channel. Now, I won't cover it to the extent that I cover Bethesda games, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it, I believe. And I'm go ahead. And I'm going to be rooting for it. It's a space RPG that's from the makers of Fallout New Vegas, which was they're the original makers of Fallout that Bethesda bought Fallout from, that they bought the Fallout franchise from.
Gotcha, but it's outer spacey?
Yeah. Yep. It's more along the lines of the Starfield game that Bethesda's making.
Cool.
Yep.
So I might like that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you, Big T. Big T says, hit that like and share button. Absolutely.
Yes. Hit the button, guys.
Hit that button. Heath says, I think there was an Atari 2600 emulator out some years ago that had those games programmed as well as others.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
There was, but we had... oh,
my gosh. Here we go. Here we go, people. Hold on.
No, I'm not going to do that. One of the guys that we had on the KingCast actually brought us two real Ataris. One was the 2600 and one was what was the other one?
I don't know. Something after that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The one right after that. And all kinds of games with them too. So, but the one game that wasn't with it was the one she's talking about, which was one of her favorites from her youth. So she wants that one.
Well, we got Space Invaders at Doubleheader the other night for 95 stinking cents. It was amazing.
Really? That's great.
Yes, I was super excited.
No, what she thought I was going to say is, and some of y'all that's been on the channel long enough,
here we go. You couldn't go without doing it.
Me and her.
Atari is best. Atari.
Me and her have an
Atari.
Me and her have an ongoing fight about who is better in television or Atari. See,
and we all know that it's Atari.
See, y'all think the first console war was either Xbox and Sony, or going back to Nintendo and all that, but no, it was in television and Atari. That was the first console war.
When we grew up, it was in television and Atari. The basketball war was between the Boston Celtics and the LA Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The football war was between Dallas Cowboys and somebody, I don't know.
The Steelers.
Steelers, yeah, of course. Yeah. So that's what was going on when we grew up. But we all know you can check history and it will prove Atari was best.
Hey, Soul Empress, is that your name? Is that your first name? Meta? I just stopped the whole podcast to ask that. Hey, Nightbot, good to have you. I just had to ask that. That's well, that's a beautiful name. She's from you're singing. She's from Denmark, Queen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. And there's Anastasia. Hello, Anastasia. Nice to have you.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so if she's from Denmark, if she knows, I am looking for a store in that region that sells online wooden advent calendars with little trinkets in them. You know, like instead of putting chocolates in there, there's a little figure in there. So yeah, that has nothing to do with Bethesda either or Fallout. But anyway, yeah, if y'all know anywhere, okay. I'm looking.
Okay, you're supposed to be on the podcast too.
Okay, we all know that when I am on here that we go all over the place because my ADD kicks in, and that's just me. They love me for me. Even on the days you don't, they do.
I know it. I know it. So, yeah, this is like the first time you've been on the KingCast. So welcome to the KingCast from Denmark. It's great.
Yes, welcome.
It's great having people from all over. And yes, Nightbot, I remember you telling me about Harper's Ferry. It's great to have you on the KingCast as well. This is wonderful.
Oh, my goodness. I can talk about this because this is Fallout 76 related. Y'all, I sent the King a picture of his new King's Corner the other day on Facebook Messenger. There is a house for sale in West Virginia that I think we should buy.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It was a gorgeous house, and it has a cedar-lined King's Corner in it.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, $49,000, and it's ours.
Yeah. Things must be cheaper there, though. That is an amazing price.
It needs a new roof, and it's got some water damage. But, you know, it's a project, and it's in West Virginia. Come on, it looks better than the, missile silos or whatever, so.
And Nightbot is moving to Miami. Isn't that where, James, isn't that where you moved? Didn't you move to Florida?
James is in Florida.
I thought he'd moved to Florida.
Yep, he did.
Wow, moving from Connecticut to Miami. That's quite a change. That is quite a change.
Yes, you're going to enjoy winter from now on.
So, quickly, what did y'all think? Did God of War deserve the Game of the Year over Red Dead Redemption? I was really surprised. I think it was a good decision. I mean, it still shocked me. I thought Red Dead was going to get it, but Red Dead seemed like they were getting everything the other night. But I was glad God of War got it. I really was.
You should have told me about that so I could have watched.
Yeah, we were watching it live.
Who was?
Scalzi was broadcasting it live on his channel.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like nobody told me.
Well, I think you were asleep.
Momming, I guess.
Probably so.
Oh well.
Did anything else on the Game Awards take y'all by surprise? Was there anything else you liked? I'll tell you one thing before we get on. I've got several things I want to go over tonight, but the one thing I didn't like, Far Cry 5. I still haven't played it, but I want to play it. Far Cry 5 still looks really good, but Far Cry New Dawn or whatever. Did y'all see the trailer for the new Far Cry? It did not look good to me at all. In fact, I posted it on Twitter. If y'all haven't seen it, I put the box art on there. But yeah, the Dragon Age teaser did look good. But the new Far Cry, I thought they have ruined it. I don't know why they went in that direction, but I won't
be. What's Far Cry about?
I won't be playing the new Far Cry anyway. But I've never been a huge Far Cry fan anyway. But
what's Far Cry about?
James, it's not using the creation engine. I told you. Why don't you trust me? James,
he thinks you're wrong.
I know James don't trust me. I've told him no 10 times. Timmy said Timmy said he found a terminal that mentioned Chicago. I wonder if he wonders if that's the next Fallout location. That's interesting. I don't know if y'all saw it. Dom had a video on not long ago. There's a couple of robots that are talking about going to the stars. I'm wondering if there's any Starfield Easter eggs in Fallout 76. I'm on the lookout for those Starfield Easter eggs. If y'all happen to find one, please let me know, because I'm sure there's going to be some.
How do you know if you find an Easter egg?
Well, if there's a mention of something or something that looks kind of suspicious, it'll be a.
Does it like say Easter? It doesn't, right? It's not an egg or anything like that.
Okay, no, an Easter, and what an Easter egg is.
We all know that I'm a visual, virtual, real person.
The reason it's called an Easter egg, because you go looking for Easter eggs. It's something that's hidden that you find. That's the only reason it's called an Easter egg. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heath says,
oh my gosh.
He says that the Outer Worlds is using the Unreal Engine. James, that might be true. That sounds more like it, Heath. I know it's not the creation. Old Norseman says it's the Unreal Engine too. That sounds good. Are you reading all these questions? I'm thinking, and you're supposed to be reading.
Me? No, I don't have internet, but I'm about 3 minutes from the house, and then I will, hopefully.
I think Chicago would make a good place. That would be a very good place. And it's going to be close to somewhere Bethesda, and that's still close to the Bethesda area. So that would be a good place. Big T, do you know, do you remember what it mentioned about Chicago? Was it anything specific at all that made you think why it might be the new Fallout? As I take another drink of...
Are you plugging Sonic again?
I was about to, my Sonic sweet tea. Zonder
oh
Buddy,
my goodness.
I think Chicago was the intended location for the Fallout game that was canceled. Interesting. Yeah, that would be a very, very, very good location.
I'm going to plug Disneyland with my cup as soon as I get home, but y'all can't see it. So just know I'll be drinking from my Disneyland cup.
Is that the one that the Patreon gave you? Yeah.
Yes, it is. Wolfman put it in the dishwasher one day, and I about had a cow.
Yeah, don't do that.
I was like, do not put this in the dishwasher.
A couple other news things, and we'll talk more about we'll talk about anything y'all want to. Remember
really? Okay, let's talk about lollipops and rainbows.
Not you, them.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about what they will.
You didn't specify.
Yes. I guess y'all saw the update where Bethesda talked about the people's information that was leaked. By the way, have we gotten an email that our stuff was leaked out? Because it was
not yet. Okay. I guess I should search Bethesda.
Well, it came out that all these people's information was leaked out, and their credit card information, all this. Well, it was only about 65 or 63 people.
As I say, it wasn't a big bunch of people.
No, so. And we don't think credit card information or anything like that was leaked either. So that's very good.
I think it was just where they could get into your code or something.
Usernames and phone numbers and things like that. Just that basic information right off the top.
If the Mississippi Queen starts doing strange stuff, you'll know they got ours.
Let's see.
It won't be the KingFanMan. It'll be Mississippi Queen, because that was the one that sent something in.
Timmy said that he thinks that it said it was safer in Chicago, but don't remember exactly. Yeah, that it would be neat to see what the reference was to Chicago. In every game there has been a mention, even Elder Scrolls wise, there's been a mention of the next place, sometimes even like 2 games in advance of where they're going to go. So they've always got that plan, and they always put that Easter egg in there.
I think they should come to Arkansas. We've got some cool stuff.
What is my favorite place in Fallout 3? Oh, wow. Oh, there's so many.
The place that he can crunch and hide.
Crouch.
Crouch.
I love
crunch, crouch, whatever.
I love. Yes, Zonder Bunny, that's exactly right. That's exactly how it came out. Millions of customers. Yep, that's exactly.
So what's your favorite place?
Queen, here came somebody said, I saw a wooden calendar from Denmark on eBay. Is that what you're looking for?
A what?
A wooden advent calendar from Denmark?
Yeah, I want a wooden advent calendar that's got like...
Well, right here.
The little things in it.
Well, somebody...
I could tell y'all my Christmas list of what I want. I also want...
Okay, somebody saying they got one from Denmark on eBay, if that's what you're looking for. They found it. So, see?
Yeah, I need a vintage Bradford Celestial Star. It's a Christmas tree topper. It's what we had when I was a little girl. We had it in Germany, and then we had it when we came back. And it's just one of those memories with my daddy growing up. But my daddy died when I was like 7. So it's just one of those heartwarming things. But to find them on eBay right now, they're like $800. So, yeah, That's not going to happen.
Yeah, point.
So if anybody finds one in your attic, I'll take it.
Yeah, Point Lookout was nice, Fault Girl. Bye, Nightbots. Good talking to you.
So did you ever say your favorite place?
No. There's so many in Fallout 3. Oh,
Can you name your favorite place?
Yeah, I love.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I love the place. Where's the place where you go and meet the little girl, and you know, the little girl that turns out to be the bad guy.
I remember you talking about the little girl.
It's part of the main quest, Tranquility Lane. I love that place. And then the place where you go and meet Harold. I love that place. There's so many.
I don't remember Harold.
There's so many places in Fallout 3 that I love. So there's too many to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about Rage for just a minute. And I know I'm all over the place, and I'm not done talking about Fallout 76.
Do you want me to Skype you in a second when I walk in when the rain slows down?
I don't care.
And I want me to do it this way.
It don't matter. Oasis, thank you. And I'm not done talking about the Outer Worlds either, but I have to talk about Rage for just a minute. Again, Rage is going to be on the next next issue of Game Informer. It's going to be the cover issue. I can't think. Tell them my lupus has been going bad. So.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
he claims his lupus is messed up because of the wintry weather.
It
really is, you guys.
Would you tell them the truth?
It is. Snow creates havoc.
Okay.
And we have snow moving into the state.
Okay. I'm doing a video on this, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but I just have to tell you. Because I'm so excited about it. But there is an anti-gravity gun that has been revealed in Rage 2. And what you do is when you shoot one of the enemies, you shoot them with one shot, and then you can shoot anywhere else. And when whoever you shoot with this anti-gravity gun, wherever you shoot with the next shot is where they go. The one where you shot them. Did you get what I just said? So you you shoot them once, and then wherever you shoot with the next shot, that's where they go who you just shot. So it's an anti-gravity gun. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Come on, does that not sound great? So you shoot.
Well, I mean, like, are you moving them 2 feet, or are you like moving them off the bridge and down the cliff?
No, you're moving them. You're moving them out in the stratosphere. It's an anti-gravity gun. You're like wherever a bullet goes.
Oh,
yeah.
So is Rage 2 a space kind of game too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't that sound cool? So yeah,
Sounds awesome.
You shoot them and it doesn't kill them. They just stand there, but then you turn and you can shoot it straight up and they'll go straight up. I just...
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Isn't that cool? But
Wolfman will enjoy that.
Game Informer says that Rage 2 is the most promising open world shooter on the horizon today. It also says it's the most amusing first-person shooter maybe of all time. The most amusing first-person shooter of all time. That's pretty good compliment there,
awesome.
Coming from Game Informer. So I think they got a little tickled by Rage. So I can tell you this just by playing it. The little bit that I played it at QuakeCon, it is so much fun, and there are a lot of interesting powers that you get. But I didn't get to play with the anti-gravity gun. That just sounded so neat. I hope I can get some footage of it so I can make a video. I don't know how I'm going to make a video on it if I don't get footage of it, but I can at least talk about it a little bit. But anyway. So y'all know how excited I am about Rage. So I'm just hoping. I don't know how good it's going to do. Do you think Rage is going to sell? Do you think? Do y'all think it's going to be hurt by what's going on with Bethesda Game Studios? I know it's not a Bethesda Game Studios game, but anything with the Bethesda name right now is receiving hate. So I wonder if it's going to. If it's going to be hurt by some of that hate. And then it seems like notoriously those Bethesda software games just don't do as good. Like the Wolfensteins and the Preys, and I just wish they did better. I wish the Bethesda Game Studios fans would embrace them a little bit more because they are such good games. But I'm going to try to cover it and get some interest in them anyway. So... aren't you interested in it, Queen? Say yes.
Totally interested in it.
Yes, absolutely.
Completely
and totally interested in it.
Completely and totally.
Yes, but if y'all are interested in reading a little bit more about it, again, on my Twitter page, there is a digital copy of next month's Game Informer. You can go and read. You can read, I think, 3 articles on Rage 2 and see some of the pictures as well if you want to do some digging on that. So that's a little bit there. And if you did order, by the way, back to Fallout 76, if you did order the collector's edition, the Power Armor edition, you can get the new bag. Did you order my new bag?
No.
Are you going to order my new bag?
Yes.
I don't really care whether I got a canvas bag or that never really bothered me. But Timmy said, I found the reference to Chicago. Okay, great. It wasn't on a terminal. It was on a journal. Why didn't you tell me you was going to do that?
Well, I just thought I would try it.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, did I mess everything up?
A little bit.
I'm sorry. We all know I'm not techie.
Let's see if they can hear you now.
Uh-oh.
I got to rearrange everything. Okay.
I didn't mean to be bad.
That's okay.
Can they see me or just hear me?
Just hear you.
Seriously, I got lipstick on and my hair fixed.
Yeah, I've got to get it where they can see you one of these days. Let's see. Timmy found the reference to Chicago. It wasn't on terminal. It was on a journal on a corpse at the Aaron Holt homestead. It just mentioned that someone kept talking about wanting to go to Chicago.
Didn't you like Wolfenstein? You liked that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I've played all the Wolfensteins, all the way back to the original, and I love Wolfenstein. James, I have not played I actually have played Battlefield 5. Wolfman has Battlefield 5, and it is actually pretty fun. I have actually really enjoyed it. I haven't played much of it because that's not my type of game very much, but the graphics are great in it. The shooting obviously is really good in it. And from what I've played, the story and such is really good. So, hey, little dude, good to see you. Glad you could join us. Can y'all still hear Miss Queen now since she's on Skype now instead of the phone?
That way I can have internet too. My phone was acting up.
Can y'all hear her as well?
Maybe they can't hear either of us.
I know the chat's going slow. So Soul Empress, I know it's going to be hard for you to tell me. How do you pronounce your name? It's Mette. How would you pronounce that?
Mate.
And there's Manos.
Hey, Manos.
You came home fast just so you could be on the KingCast. Hey, I'm so glad. We're going to have to get on like Sirius Radio so you can listen to it in your car or something.
Somebody's got to get you monetized.
I want to know. Thank y'all. iTunes. I want to know, are y'all excited about the bulldozer? I cannot wait to try the bulldozer on the Fallout 76. You've missed a lot, actually. We've talked about Outer Worlds. We've talked about Rage 2.
I sang the Baby Shark song.
Yeah, Queen's been a nut like she always is.
Baby Shark, do-do.
No, don't sing it again.
Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do.
No, I'm anxious to see in the bulldozer mode just how much you can bulldoze. I'm hoping you can bulldoze pretty much everything. And I also wonder this: if what you bulldoze, I wonder if that goes into your resources. I wonder if you bulldoze a tree, if you get the wood. I don't know, probably not, but that would be good. All right. Easiest.
So it's Medi, not Meti, but Medi.
Easiest is trying
like MEDI, Medi.
Medicine and not saying the sun, but you can also say
Medi.
The hard T. Met.
No, don't say the hard T. It's like medicine, MEDI, Medi.
Medi.
Medi. Medi. Am I saying it right? Is it Medi?
Medi. No. Not an E sound.
Meta. Is it meta?
Meta?
Meta, medicine,
we'll get
meta.
No.
No.
Our Arkansas accent, it's going to be hard to get it.
Yeah, you have to allow for the country southern to come out.
Everybody else forgive us. We're trying to speak Denmark. Hey,
okay,
Dom.
Wait, is the yes? Did I say it right at the end?
Hey, Mr. Dom.
Meta. I think it's
the show has to stop while we speak Denmark here for a minute.
Okay, so it's medicine, medi. It's got to be close.
Dom, we've been talking Outer Worlds as well. Yes, the last one. What was the last one?
Hold on, I can't say it without.
Y'all figured that out. We're going to talk video
games. Like meta.
There, she said, yeah. Meta. Okay, meta. That's a cool name.
It's like, okay, so it's like there's a meta, like a meta human. So meta.
Meta. Okay. We got it now.
Awesome. Gotcha.
Dom, don't say you're done. I've really.
Oh, Dom, quit your whining.
I've honestly, I don't know who's having all these problems. It must be worse on PS4 or something. PC just does not have that much problems.
Manos.
Manos, what are you on? Or what are you on PS4 as well?
That's awful, you guys.
Update before last, they really on PC. Oh, okay. I just have not. I've not had the troubles at all. I don't know why.
The King's playing as the Queen on PC.
Yeah.
And the Queen's playing as the King on Xbox.
Sounds almost correct. Sounds almost correct. Well, I do know by Dom's Twitter feed.
We're glad you're enjoying.
I do know by Dom's Twitter feed that he is excited about Outer Worlds, though, and we have been talking about Outer Worlds today. And the King is excited about Rage, and we've been talking about Rage today. And we were just starting to talk about the dozer that's coming in the 11th update. And I can't wait for that dozer
I was
update.
excited when you said bulldozer the first time because I thought that meant I was going to be able to jump in a little bulldozer and drive it around. But apparently that's not the case.
Yeah, Manos, that's exactly what I was thinking. It is the Starfield before Starfield, Outer Worlds. And that's what we were saying at the very start of the KingCast. It's and I've kind of wondered if it's almost a shot at Bethesda because it's a cross between Fallout and Starfield. That's really what it is. But real quick, and we can talk about Outer Worlds a little bit more, especially since Dom and Manos are on here and they missed what we were talking about. But this upcoming update, hold on. Old Norseman says, I have to admit that I haven't played Fallout 76 yet. I bought the Power Armor Edition, but I wasn't real impressed with the beta, so I haven't even loaded it on my PS4 yet.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's awesome.
It is. I love it anyway.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Yes, Manos, I did. Everything was a shot at Bethesda. I agree totally. The whole thing, it started in a cryo freezer. Yes, the whole thing was a slap in the face at Bethesda. And I had very mixed emotions. I did. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to the don't break it message. That was another one. Yes. Yeah, they were taking several shots at Bethesda. Yep, they were. Absolutely. Bethesda is really at a crossroads here. They sure are. Has anybody else gotten a weird bug that stored camp items? Logged in yesterday and had like 500 plants and other plants. No, I hadn't had that one, Sonder buddy. I hadn't had that one at all.
Guess what I just did? Can you tell?
Hey, bud, how you doing? I'm glad you made it. Inside Zone. Yeah, Outer Worlds. I've got mixed emotions on Outer Worlds, Dom. I'm going to play it. I'm going to cover it a little bit, but I've got mixed emotions because they were taking all those shots at Bethesda. I'm doing good at Inside. I am. My mom's feeling better. I'm feeling better, so I am doing good. Manos says, go ahead.
You got it?
No, you hit. Go ahead.
Speaking of bugs, if anyone knows a workaround about the cooking station bug, it would help him a lot. Half the time, my character gets stuck there without the cooking menu.
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen to me before. If you will wait, sometimes it's just a lag. Have you waited just a minute? If you will stand there and wait, sometimes it just takes a little bit longer.
JoJo says, unfortunately, that's a bug with all the stations.
Yeah, I've noticed that. But I also noticed it's just taking longer to get into it. Lady Braven said, I figured the bulldozer will be similar to the scrap function in Fallout 4, so maybe we will get the resources. I really hope so. That would be great.
Everybody's glad your mom's doing better.
Great.
We are too.
Thank you, Manos. Let's see. Yeah, my cooking station was doing that bad the other day, and I finally figured out, and the only reason I figured out was because I got out of it, and then all of a sudden it showed up, and I thought, oh, it was just lagging. So finally I got back in, and I just stood there and waited, and then it showed up. Yeah, she was, my mom was really bad sick, y'all. I had to take her to the hospital.
It was bad.
She was, so, yeah. Let's see. Dom says, I feel like it will be a sandbox RPG. It's not open world like Fallout, but it's more, hold on, it keeps moving. It does look BioShocky.
English T2 is having a serious issue with power armor. There's a glitch with carry weight, and it's a pain in the butt. I know this much because King said, be sure and put everything back on your power armor. Don't carry it individually because it's extra weight. It's lighter if you put it all back where it's supposed to go.
Yep, they're having they're having a lot of issues with the power armor. Yep.
Hey, I'm trying to sound intelligent for a second.
Since there's several new ones on, if y'all don't mind, let me tell you what I know about Outer Worlds. Some of y'all may already know this, but let me tell y'all. From what I know about Outer Worlds, this is it, okay? It's going to take place on mainly 2 planets. It is a spacey thing, but it's not going to be in outer space. You will have a ship, but your ship is going to be basically your home and the way you fast travel to places, as far as I can tell. Let's see. You are in cryo-freeze for 70 years because, yeah, everything that's been going on the planet has happened about 70 years while you've been in cryo-freeze. The corporation is the one that owns the really nice planet with all the stores and all that stuff. They're the greedy little people that owns everything. Yeah, the spaceship does look like Mass Effect. Absolutely. The 2 planets, it all takes place on 2 planets. Like I said, the one planet that's not got all the stores on it is the one you see with all those crazy creatures. The creatures is what I didn't like. I thought they didn't look good. I don't know why I didn't like. They kind of look cartoony to me. I didn't like the creatures. And the other thing I didn't like was that the companions do not hold your stuff. You cannot give companions stuff. And I'm a hoarder. I like to give my companions stuff. I don't know why they didn't do that. But
our son got his hoarding gene from you.
Yep. But other than those things that I just named, everything else sounds like a normal RPG. Those are the basic facts I know. Other than that, everything else is a Fallout type game. So, yes, I'm going to play it and cover it a little bit. Imagine if it launches alongside Starfield and Cyberpunk. And it's going to. Yes, it's going to. We're going to have 3 games that are very similar at the same time. which is
Manos
really wild.
said they have your companions make your inventory bigger.
Yep. Ensign said there's a fix. I have to unequip everything I'm wearing, exit my power armor, store it in my inventory, leave the server, join another server every time I want to play. Wow. Yeah, Dom, I agree. We talked about this earlier. I really think Starfield's going to be delayed now. Really, really delayed now. If it wasn't going to be before, I really believe it's going to be delayed now because of everything that's going on. And you're saying the same thing. Yep. Let's see.
English joined Enclave today.
The Enclave? Where you see that?
Well, we all know. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, yeah, the Enclave. I haven't got into the Enclave or Brotherhood yet. I can't wait to get into that.
Outer Worlds looks like a pulpy, retro, futuristic sci-fi game. Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I don't. Y'all just hate on me if you want to. I don't care for the look of it. I don't.
You know you got to spell it right for me to say it right. I didn't know.
I guess
it's okay.
It don't look like Bethesda, I guess, so I don't like the look of it. But that's just me. Let's see. Dom says, make sure everything we love from past Bethesda games like Skyrim, Starfield is the best game they've ever made. Ever, and really mean the best game. Yep.
Are you noticing, Big T, that like he's taking a drink of his tea while his voice is playing and his mouth is moving while there's nothing?
What are you talking about?
There's a lag.
Oh, is there a bad lag?
It's raining and snowing in Arkansas today. We have hillbilly internet apparently in Arkansas.
Yes. Yeah, it's actually sleeting outside right now here in Little Rock. Which makes my lupus feel really good. I agree, Dom. They need to, and we were talking about this earlier with Starfield. Starfield, it is so important that they get Starfield right.
Meta doesn't have lag. Woohoo! It's right by the time it gets to Denmark.
And they've pulled Blades back, and they're waiting on Blades, and they're going to pull Starfield back and wait on Starfield until all this passes. But it is going to be so important that their next moves are right. And I'm talking about all their moves. They've got to quit these bad moves. They've got to.
Hey, Danny Ray wants to know, how hard is it to rank up in Fallout 76? Is it slow or is it reasonable?
No, it's fast. It's very fast. I would say it's fast. It's faster than Fallout 4 or Skyrim, I would say.
Mano said, do more events and you level up faster.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can handle it.
Yep.
No, you didn't, cheater. Cheaters never win.
Oh, a glitch is not a cheat.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's okay.
Hey, don't feel bad being at level 51. What am I at? Like 28, 29?
I was going to say, you're not there yet.
And on Xbox, Anastasia, are you still on here? What am I?
That's because when he plays, you guys, and Anastasia can attest to this, when he plays like a police officer searching.
Yeah, I go slow.
A building or a landscape or something. He doesn't just play, like he has to like search it all out. It's super, super slow.
Yeah, but that's how it's fun for me.
Is it fun for Anastasia though? Is the question.
I played with Wolfman the other day, and they're flying through this building. I'm like, this ain't even fun. What are y'all doing? Slow down. I like to sneak around the corners and all that stuff. Yeah, I hate that you're not enjoying it, Dom. I'm still loving Fallout 76. I'm having a ball.
Dom's just cranky because it's rainy and dreary over there right now.
No, I mean if he's not, I mean if the bugs are bothering him, I understand. I'm not having that problem. I was going to ask you, Anastasia, what level am I on Xbox? I'm still very low. I'm lower than you are.
She's agreeing you're slow.
No, she's not. She's saying that she's on here. Quit it. See, Lady Braven says she plays slow too. You need to play with me, Lady Braven. Then I need some slow people to play with me. See, Anastasia says I like these slow people.
It's fun to listen to you guys play.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Yes, Tony, we'll play together anytime. By the way, Tony.
Oh, can I just make a request?
Hold on, I need to say something.
Okay, I'll forget.
Well, just hold on. I already said thank you to Vault Girl and Big T for being moderators here on the KingCast. I need to thank Tony as well. He is a new moderator on our Discord channel. So thank you, Tony, for being a moderator on Discord. I appreciate that so very much.
King won't even let me on Discord, you guys. I feel cheated.
Lady Braven, when I get that PS4, we'll play. Sounds good. Hold on, I'm missing everything. Dom, it's not the bugs, it's everything. I'm being a hater, you know. I love the beta. I played the release. How empty I'm feeling playing it.
Why are you giving him a thumbs up?
I wasn't. I was giving Lady Braven a thumbs up.
Okay. Do I get to say my thing you made me hold on for?
Sneaking from point A to point B. Yes.
Hey, this is seriously my request. So our house is not really huge. I mean, it's not, we've lived in a much smaller house, but our house is not huge.
Inside, by Christmas, hopefully I'll have the PS4 and Fallout 76 so we can play. Go ahead.
Okay. So if you're playing with the King or myself, I mean, if you're playing with me, odds are you're going to want to cuss me out before you're done. But if you're playing with the King, and can you try to hold the language back, because our littles are in the house, and he played with somebody one day. I don't know if it's one of your people or not, but oh my gosh, every other word was like the F-bomb dropping or this or that. And I was like, Ripple is hearing this. Please stop. So, you know, if you're playing with us, can you just, if you're going to let something fly, just make it a little one, not big ones, please. Just from this moment to you. Yes, family friendly, please. Oh.
Hey, I wish they could see the picture. You're in the King's Corner, and Elvis is right there above your shoulder. I like that.
Elvis is above my shoulder.
He said he wouldn't swear unless he was killed by a scorched beast.
Hey, if a scorched beast is killing you, I think it's okay. I was walking in the backyard the other day, and I was afraid I was going to see a snake. And I told Wolfman, if we see a snake, I need to apologize now for the things he's going to hear. And he was like, no, really, it's okay, because you may hear it from me too, Mom.
Okay, I will say this, Dom, about 76. It is a totally different kind of game.
Oh, my gosh, Dom. Oh,
Queen,
you're killing me.
Would you listen? It really is. And this is what people don't get. It is a totally different kind of game because you don't physically go up and talk to somebody. But especially when you get into the Enclave and the Brotherhood of Steel, and it reminds me of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and to me it's amazing. But that's also
just family friendly.
But it's also personal preference as well. I get there's some people that I guess this kind of game doesn't appeal to. To me, I enjoy this kind of game better than going up and talking to people and doing somebody else's story. Honestly, Fallout 76, to me, you're making your own story more than following somebody else's story. And I guess I like that more. Does that make sense?
Nice. Everybody has been nice on 76, except that one guy that wouldn't play with me because I hadn't played before, and he just left me standing there. Yeah, everybody's been super sweet.
Yeah, I do understand that, and you some of the quests are if you don't really take the time to read and slow down and go, okay, what's going on here, then it'll be like, yeah, I understand that.
I'm sorry, Manos. Manos, I'm still waiting on my sand. And it's winter here. I need sand, man. It is cold. It is cold and nasty here.
Hey, can you contribute game-wise?
Not really. I said everybody was nice that you'd played with. The only mean person was that one that left me standing in the game by myself.
You reached level 39. This is bad. I'm probably the lowest level on here. But it's because I'm broken up between Xbox and PC, and I've had to start over. And
yes, it's more than 17 degrees, but I don't live in the bitter north. I live in the south.
I agree, Heath. I think that's a lot of it. They tried to please every type of gamer. I agree. They tried to do a little bit of everything. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Okay, but it's a good game when somebody that has never, ever, ever played, oh my gosh, 5 degrees, I would die. Somebody that has never played any game at all of Bethesda can pick it up and play and enjoy and have a good time. It's still a good game.
It is just so different is the thing. That's what's getting so many people.
What are we getting for Christmas? Honestly, my wish for Christmas is to have all the bills paid. What about you, babe?
Hey, Dom, watch my last video if you haven't. I really believe there's a reason they haven't done the NPC thing. And I think the main reason is a technology thing with this engine. I don't think they can right now.
Manos, we're Fahrenheit in the U.S.
I think if they had the ability to put NPCs in, they would have already. I think they're working on it. I really think they're planning on doing it in the future. But with all the trouble they've had already with just the base game without NPCs, I honestly believe they didn't have the ability to put NPCs in. But that's what my last video was about. I know I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about when I say NPCs. Don't make me come to Norfolk or not Norfolk. Where's she at? Denmark.
Denmark.
Don't make me come to Denmark.
Hey, somebody wants to know what you want for Christmas.
When I get my PS4, we're gonna play. I'm gonna make you start over, and we're gonna start together inside together level 1 and play it all the way through. Okay, will you start over with me? We'll do it. That's right. See, Timmy, that's it. NPCs there's all kinds of difficulties when you add NPCs. It's just so difficult when you have a multiplayer game with NPCs.
Well, if KingFanMan is the only YouTuber still holding the flag, Manos, Bethesda needs to send us a goodie bag.
Absolutely. Hold on. What does Manos say?
Maddie's disappointed. You're the only one left holding the positive flag.
And I'm going to keep holding the positive flag. All y'all... Dom just went down because Maddie went down. And now I'm disappointed in Dom and Maddie. That's what I say to you and Maddie. But I still love you. I don't like you right now, but I still love you.
Canvas bag.
I'm gonna hold that flag as long as I can. No,
I mean the whatever bag.
I'm being honest. I love it. In fact, what I'm gonna do when I end the podcast, I'm gonna play. In fact,
Mr. Matty loves himself too much. That's hilarious.
Dom wants to give an official statement. Baby, can I get you to call back?
Really?
Yes.
I told you. I want to say, I predicted before this show that I would get ousted for Dom.
You're not getting ousted. I'm going to put you back on.
Bye.
I'm going to put you back on.
Whatever.
Hold on. Okay, y'all. Hold on. Y'all know that I'm not technical here. Let's see. How do I do a group chat? This always makes me... Let's see. Calls. Oh, my word. I've done this before, hadn't I? No, that's not what I want to do. Add group. Y'all don't mind me just talking to myself here for a minute, do you? There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I'm done.
Hello.
I don't know if I should let you on, Dom.
Oh, wow.
How are you doing, brother?
How are you, man?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Miss Queen, are you on?
Is everyone on?
Queen.
Hello.
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 I think I called her as well.
Yeah, it says on the top you have. Sorry, guys, if you are watching and...
It's ringing. Okay, go ahead.
Hello? Is everyone on?
She's not, but go ahead.
Oh, no worries.
How
are you, man?
How have you been?
Conflicted. That's what I've been.
Well, bless your heart.
No, I'm not trying to come in here and be like, like we've talked about before, and I hate Fallout 76 because of the bad hype and all that rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So the official statement is right now. I honestly can't bring myself to play it right now. It really sucks, and honestly, it's been eating me up for at least like 2 weeks, which is one of the reasons why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. And it really hurts because I put, as you know, I put out the thing about the beta saying that I loved the beta, and I did love the beta because I saw the opportunity, I saw the potential for the game. But after the weeks of release, I was just like, okay, it's kind of hard to argue with these points that people are bringing up because I'm experiencing them myself. And it's not the bugs, it's not the hate and kind of thing. I'm not hating on 76 because me and my friends all know that Bethesda will fix this game. They will bring the things that we know that people love from Bethesda games. We love from Fallout. They expect from Fallout. They'll bring them into the games. We'll just have to wait on those things. But for me right now, I've tried multiple times to just jump into the game, and I can't. I get like half an hour in, and I go, I can't play this. Right, I can't play this right now.
Huh.
God's sake, it really upsets me right now because obviously I love Fallout. Fallout's my favorite franchise. I have key rings. I have things around my desk. I'm looking at things right now. I have a Vault Boy in front of me. I have a Mr. Handy in front of me. I have a bloody, like you have. We have a Power Armor helmet that we bought.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it just feels like empty for me. And it feels that I'm just traveling from place to place with no real intention, except for finding a holotape, which I try so hard to listen to. But if you're on with friends, people talk over you. You're not listening to the quest. And just to say, I haven't watched anybody else's review for the game. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched Matty's. I know Matty did one. I haven't watched his ideas on the game. I've just been trying to play it, and I shouldn't feel like that with Fallout.
Right.
I mean, my whole channel, my whole YouTube career, not career. We don't. You know what I mean. My whole
Yes.
YouTube persona on thing is Bethesda, and then but the weird thing is for me is that my friends that I grew up with, they all turn to me now because I am that Bethesda guy. So they all turn to me with these complaints and go, "Oh, we heard 76 is this and blah blah." And I'm like, on the beta, I was like, "No, it's not that. It's not like that."
Mm-hmm.
But then I think the real thing that hit home was just me trying to play the game, and I've tried to play the game on multiple times. And I shouldn't have to feel like that with Fallout. And I'm not trying to bring this onto your stream because you are very positive on 76 and, bless you on that. I'm not trying to, slam people that enjoy the game because, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I will never enjoy Fallout 76, but the state it's in right now, I don't. And that really upsets me. And not in a hatred way, but actually, I've been excited for this game. I've been making videos about this game. I've been hyping people up for this game. And I can't bring myself to make a video right now because I'm not saying I'm falling out of love with Fallout, but right now, see what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't.
You want to like it. Is what you're saying. Yeah,
but then I shouldn't have to want to like it.
Right.
It's Fallout.
Yeah.
Like, I've even seen comments where people are like, "Oh yeah, Fallout 4 was a much better game," and I'm like, "But that was so and so years ago. This should be an improvement, and it is an improvement in so many ways, but also it's not."
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that drove home was the day after I was like, I literally went on for half an hour. And I was like, I can't play this. And then I went off, and then Angry Joe released his review the day after, and I watched it, and I was very anxious about watching it because I love Angry Joe. I respect his opinion very much. I grew up watching his reviews. He's very honest. And he's a big Bethesda fan, and I knew he was going to be, to the point, not just be hating for hating's sake. And I watched it, and after that, I was just like, I can't argue with him, and I can't. He's brought up things that the company need to watch, and but as I said before, I'm not trying to hate on the stream. I'm not trying to hate on you guys because if you do enjoy the game, and I'm not saying I don't enjoy parts of the game because I do, I really do, but I can't jump into it like a normal Fallout game, like Fallout 4, like Fallout 3, like, New Vegas, kind of thing. I can't just jump into it and be on it for hours like I used to do, which really sucks. But I know, and I have full, I fully believe that Bethesda will add everything we all want to 76. But just right now, that's all I'm saying. But yeah. Gotcha. I mean, how do you feel about 76 right now?
Oh, I'm still just as positive as I've ever been. I love it just as much, and I'm being honest. I don't have to.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I don't have to make myself. Like I said, as soon as I get off here, I'm about to play again.
That's great.
For hours upon hours upon hours.
Pam's back on the phone. I couldn't get her on.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, the Queen. Y'all know
the Queen.
The Queen. Of course, it certainly helps that I get to play with my subscribers, but
oh, that's a great thing. Yeah,
it is. 76 is a totally different type game. Now, I mean, that's something that is obvious, and I think that strikes people for one. And I'm sitting here analyzing this. I absolutely love some of the things that drive people crazy about Fallout 76.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Some people talk about that they hate the no NPCs and I think that gives this game such a unique feel that no other video game has. I love that. I mean, I absolutely love it because you can't find it anywhere else. When you're out there in Fallout 76, it has, well, I mean, I'm about to repeat myself, but it gives you a feeling that no other game has. And I love that. And it being a Fallout game just makes that even better because it's a post-apocalyptic game that you've just come out of a vault. You're supposed to be out there in the world by yourself.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my thing about the NPCs. It was Tony brought up a good point where Tony brought up a point where he says sounds like Dom is overthinking it and letting other opinions and influences affect his enjoyment, kind of thing. That wasn't the case because I was ignoring the hate because I wasn't pushing towards the hate, for the beta and the release and stuff. It was my own thing where I was going, I'm forcing myself to play this because I like Fallout and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
And that's what not ruined it, but that's what kind of maybe I haven't gone back to it. I haven't played it in at least 2 weeks, at least.
Well, see, the funny thing about it is when it was first announced, and I don't know if you remember, I was the one that was freaking out, going, "Please tell me it's not online. Please tell me it's not online," because I do not like multiplayer games. Had never played multiplayer games, and I did not want a multiplayer game. I mean, I was going crazy not wanting a multiplayer game, and then when they said it was multiplayer game, and then when they said it's going to be a survival multiplayer game, given all these things that it's going to be different, I had to get in my mind, okay, this game is going to be totally different. And that Fallout 76 is not a normal Fallout game. I mean, it is, it being the survival, it being online, it being multiplayer. I mean, it's got a lot of things that are absolutely totally different, which makes a lot of people, I mean, which is going to give it a totally different feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think
because
go ahead.
Sorry, carry on. No, carry on.
No, I think a lot of people right off the bat say, "Well, this ain't Fallout. I ain't gonna." And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying I'd say a lot of people go, "This don't feel like Fallout to me. I'm not even gonna try this." So from the very start, I knew, well, I'm going to have to readjust my thinking to see if I'm even going to like this at all,
And one thing I do want to bring up to your audience and stuff, which is what I hear quite a lot, is the fact that Bethesda pushed this out. Should we be worried about Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield? No, because you have to remember that the majority of Fallout 76 was created by Austin and are going to be continued by Austin, where Maryland helped create the world of 76. So you see the new Appalachia world and stuff like that. That was made by Maryland, where the actual online elements and the function and the quests and the meat of the game was made by Austin, and it is going to be continue to be made by Austin, whereas Starfield has been in development for years by Bethesda Game Studios Maryland, which is the creator of Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4, etc. So we can expect a main single-player next-generation RPG from Bethesda Game Studios Maryland, Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6 from Maryland. So that's something I'm not worried about. I know Starfield has been Todd's pet project for 7 years or however long. The trademark was 2013, and they wanted to do 9th Planet or 10th Planet. That was called what it was called. So he's been thinking of Starfield since then. So we have to keep that into consideration.
Yeah, this is a new. This is a totally different animal. Yep.
And it had so many influences by ZeniMax, by id Software, other studios involving themselves into the Fallout franchise. So yes, it's going to be different. Yes, it's going to have issues. They've never gone online with the creation engine, and they will move past that for next generation consoles, which is one good thing to hear from. But for me, as I said before, 76, I shouldn't have to feel like I have to force myself to play a Fallout game because I like Fallout. I should want to play a Fallout game because I want to play a Fallout game.
Absolutely.
Which is what I did in the beta. I was excited. I was fresh, new. I jumped in with my friends. I'm not saying the online mechanics are bad, because they're probably the best thing, the whole thing in the game. Online works perfectly. It's just it's the game itself. The quests, the not the no NPCs, but I love Three Dog. Three Dog is still my favorite character. Eric Todd Downs, legend. Those kind of characters. But they keep you immersed. And the thing that the best way to put it is, Fallout and Red Dead released in the same month, and they're miles apart. And they shouldn't be, because Bethesda are the best, or who I consider to be the best, and the industry considers to be the best at these open world RPGs. Yet Red Dead is doing ridiculously well and it's the game I am mostly playing, because of how intricate it is, how next generation it looks, even though it's on a current gen console. How intricate it is, how the attention to detail in the game is ridiculous. And then they've just released their online component, which I have tried, which is completely different to 76. And it's just, I don't want Bethesda to get too comfortable. They're the best at what they do when they do it. Like, my friend turned to me the other day and was like, dude, I launched Skyrim the other day for the first time in years, and the attention to detail, the amount of heart that went into that game, just it doesn't show in recent games like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, which I can get, but I love those games. But I understand that when you launch Skyrim, I'm sorry, KingFanMan. I don't mean to hurt you.
No,
sorry.
I'm fine.
I'm just sorry.
The weather's
I am the positive guy, but these are the things that have been getting me down recently, and the reason I can't bring myself to make a video right now. And it's obvious, If you load up Skyrim, you know the attention to detail, and they have that in their DNA. That is still Bethesda. Bethesda are still capable of releasing these next, out of these world platinum selling games. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't want them to get too comfortable, and I'm scared that, I'm scared they'll go out of business. They'll never go out of business, but they were in trouble before Morrowind. I don't want them to start getting into trouble again. You know what I mean? Because it hurts for like me and you, for when we see these articles that people are like, Bethesda are the worst company, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, they're not. They're really not. They've released titles that have changed the industry, for at least like you know, when was Skyrim released? It was 2011 to Witcher 3, so that's 2015. Every RPG that was released was like, oh, this could be the next Skyrim. Oh, will this live up to Skyrim? Oh, you know, is this map bigger than Skyrim? Will the gameplay be better than Skyrim? You know what I mean? They set a standard, and the industry evolved from that. They made a game that changed fucking Zelda. Sorry for swearing. They changed a game that was made years before Zelda. They made Skyrim, which then in turn helped make Breath of the Wild because of its designs and elements and how open it was. And Zelda and Nintendo were like, we want to make a game that merges Zelda with Skyrim, and they made Breath of the Wild. I mean, that's the power of Bethesda right now. I want them to realize that and push that forward for Starfield.
Oh, I agree, and I think they're going to.
Yeah, they will. They will. I just that's my personal worries and concerns.
But see, I have a total different thought about Fallout 76 than I guess
absolutely
everybody else out there, because see, I see the heart that went into Fallout 76. I see the absolute wonder and work in the world of Fallout 76. Now, certainly there's bugs in it, but of course I understand why. Within the last video I just did, World of Warcraft has been out 14 years and it's still plagued with bugs. It's a multiplayer game. Multiplayer games have bugs anyway. But this is a game that they took a single player engine and merged it with a multiplayer engine to try to make what they made. So of course they're going to have some growing pains.
Absolutely.
But you look at the world that they made, and if you can't see the heart in this game, I mean, it's amazing the world they made in my mind. And
it's hard because, as I said before, Maryland made the world, so you get that feeling, you get that, you know, it's bright, it's colorful, it's, you know, it's, which does attract me because it does. I love this new area, I love the new space, I love the Appalachia, I love the different viewpoints and different little intricate things that pop up in the order, and I haven't explored them all. As I said, I don't have the problem with that. It's the actual the game that you play. It feels so far apart from what Fallout is and what Fallout could be, which they'll fix this game. You know, just because people aren't liking it, well, I don't say people, but like a majority of people aren't liking it now, doesn't mean that, say, in a year or so they'll go, well, this is the new Fallout 76 and this is everything everybody ever wanted. You know, they are still taking advice, they are still taking feedback.
Well, and this, you know what I mean? This is the thing, Dom. We are, what, 3 weeks away from launch? We're 3 weeks from launch. I mean, the game has been out for 3 weeks. And they told us from the day that it was announced that this game is going to change days, weeks, months after launch. That they're going to constantly be changing it according to the fans' feedback. That to be patient with us, that this is going to be a constant change, that it's going to be a work in progress. I mean, do you remember them saying all these things?
Yeah, for sure.
Pete Hines said it. Todd Howard said it.
It's just hard, but I think they're stuck to a schedule, which I understand because, you know, they wanted to repeat what happened in 2015. You know, when they announced Fallout 4 to the release of Fallout 4, they'd done the same thing. But then when QuakeCon hit, they realized that it's not ready, and it's not ready. But they admitted that it was a lot of work, and that was the whole point of the beta test. But then it's still not ready, in my eyes, not to the standard that they put out. But I haven't checked the recent updates. They could be fine. And what I've played with friends is fine. Is when I try to play myself, and I tried to go back and binge, 76 for hours like I normally do with a game, with a Fallout game. And I feel like I'm forcing myself, and I shouldn't have to force myself. But then again, you play with subscribers, you play with a lot of people and stuff like that, which completely changes the experience you have, because it does.
But I love to play solo too. I play this game solo all the time. I love it. I love it. In fact, that was what I was going to get into. And maybe, no, I don't think it's just me, but one of the things I love, and again, I was going back to what I was saying. People say things that they hate about this game is one thing I love. Maybe it's the police officer in me. I love the slow pace of the slowing down and reading the notes and reading the terminals. It's almost like following a mystery. And but if you look how most games are played today, and it was like when I played with my son and his friend, they ran through a building literally in 2 minutes, and I was like, dang, y'all didn't see nothing. I mean, they literally didn't see nothing. I would have been in that building for 2 hours. I would.
Yeah. So
it's all in accordance to how you play. And Fallout 76, to get out of it what they put into it, and I'm talking about what the writers put into it, to get out the story and everything else, this game is meant to really be slowed down and looked at, and you really got to pay attention to it. And when you start doing that and reading everything, the story falls into place, and it's like, oh, wow. It's almost like following a mystery. When you really slow down and start doing that, you cannot run through this game like a normal game. That's what I want to tell people. If you're wanting a NPC to tell you what's going on in this game, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to find it yourself. And maybe I'll make a video like that people are really wanting to cheat. They want somebody to tell them what's going on in the game. This game really makes you find out what's going on in it.
Yeah. As I said before, I'm not trying to upset anyone. I'm not trying to... I'm not that guy that's going, oh, I hate, and, oh, I heard this guy said it was bad, so now I think it's bad. No. I'm just putting across my personal feelings.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody's got the right to...
When I'm trying to play the game, because I shouldn't have to try to love the game.
Yep. I agree.
I've never experienced this with a Fallout title.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just remember how many people you influence. It's the same thing I told Maddie. Maddie said that Maddie said at one time he was enjoying it, and then all of a sudden now it's a total disappointment. And I said, Maddie, just remember how many people you're influencing and what it does to Bethesda.
What does he not like it?
Well, his review was it's a total disappointment.
I've not watched it. I've not watched the review.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I've not really been on YouTube. I haven't been,
in 2 weeks' time, he went from saying that he was enjoying it to it's a total disappointment. So
yeah, like as I said, because it's a strange feeling for me, and I don't really know what to do with it right now. Because I have these feelings about the game, which is why I'd rather tell you,
right? Because
you are so honest-hearted, and you are so open, and you are so positive. I feel like I can tell you these concerns and these my honest opinions to you and your subscribers and your fan base, and I know we share a lot of the same fan base. That I feel like I can discuss it with you instead of someone turning around like, "Oh, you completely wrong and you're spreading hate," and I'm like, "No, I'm telling you how I honestly feel."
No, we're not going to get mad at you.
And it sucks. For me to feel this way, and I haven't, and that's one of the reasons I haven't actually, as I said before, I haven't made a video in nearly a week, because I just don't know what to do with this right now, because I haven't touched the game in, I don't know, a week and a half. But yeah.
good Lord willing, if I get the PS4, we'll have to start a new character together, and we'll see if we can play it together and see what happens. Yeah,
I'll still do that.
Absolutely.
As I said before, it's not like I'm never going to touch the game again. I'm not saying, or try to do it and that's it, whatever, I'm moving on. It's not, because I know this game will be a work in progress. I know Bethesda will add these things, and my friends have told me the same. They're like, oh, we have faith that Bethesda will, they'll add to it. People aren't just negative for being, well, people are negative for being negative, but right now I just can't bring myself to it right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking to Dom inside. I should have said who I was talking to. Most everybody else knew I was talking to Dom.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
you probably do. Sorry, guys.
Very quickly before we stop, tell me a little bit about what you thought about The Outer Worlds.
Oh, what a surprise that was.
That was a shock, yes.
Yeah. I didn't even know until I wanted to make a video on that as well, which I still may do when more information comes out.
Joe made one. Did you see his?
No, I haven't. That's what I mean. I haven't been online.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I know. I was going to message you the other day. I thought I hadn't heard from Dom in 2 weeks. Of course, I've been hospitaling and everything else, but I
hope everything's all right.
Yeah, we're much better. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yes.
But The Outer Worlds. Yeah, The Outer Worlds was. We heard about the trademark nearly a year ago, maybe less than a year ago, but that was so cool to hear that they were announcing that.
Yeah, it was a shock.
But my first thought was like, right, how does this affect Starfield? Because, Bethesda and Obsidian are very close companies. They both make big RPG games. They both make similar titles in that way. Obviously, they both collabed for Fallout New Vegas, and they have Fallout producers and the original Fallout creators in their company still. I was like, how does this affect Starfield? Because they're both RPG. The thing is, I feel like they've separated themselves now, which I'm glad, because I've heard that Outer Worlds isn't open world. It's set sandboxes and stuff like that. I'm really excited for Outer Worlds, but because for the reason that I feel like for the people that have lacked on 76 and have wanted stuff on 76, I feel like they'll get that enjoyment from Outer Worlds. So the people that are used to a standard Fallout or a standard, the people that wanted a new Vegas kind of thing.
Did you think they were kind of making some shots or taking some shots?
Yeah, of course they were. Yeah, that's just it's business. They'll take the opportunity they can get. They know that people are upset with 76. They know that people aren't happy with a multiplayer online RPG. They know that
I agree.
People have been asking them for a new Vegas 2 for bloody ages, and when are you going to do a new Fallout? And they're like, well, we can't have Fallout, so we'll make our own thing. So that's fine, which is the main thing that I'm excited about.
I agree, Ensign. It has been unfairly treated. I agree.
And, they kept the same dialogue options from the original, Fallout 3 or New Vegas. They kept those dialogue options and added to that and added to the world. And they have a different engine, of course, but the engine don't look too bad from what I've seen.
Hey, Snake Eyes.
But it looks fun. I am really excited to see what Outer Worlds can bring. I feel like it's going to be more of a story-based RPG. Like, say, the thing I said in the comments earlier is that the aesthetic is because they're something to do with 2K Private Division. Is it private division or private something?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have something to do with 2K, which is obviously linked to BioShock. So a lot of it is linked to that engine. So a lot of it's like for me, it feels like a mix with like BioShock meets Borderlands meets Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
Mixed into one sci-fi setting, which is what the game
with Starfield like. In there too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like Starfield will be which is, I'm kind of glad to hear that it's not. It's going to be 2 open sandboxes. It's not open world or open planetary universe, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Where Starfield will be more on the lines of, as I've always said, Elder Scrolls. Because Elder Scrolls is their own title kind of thing. It's what they've made. So they'll go back to that. So I feel like Starfield will be a lot more open. It'd be a lot more realistic, where this one's kind of like tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun, Bioshocky, Borderlands kind of world to inhabit. But I am very excited that it will fill the gap for people that aren't getting on with 76. And
did you see the new Rage trailer?
It also reminds me of Rage a little bit.
Yeah. The
whole first-person aspect reminds me of Rage a little bit. But yeah,
I'm still
I have seen the new Rage thing. Yeah, it looks cool.
And what did you think about God of War making the Game of the Year?
Boy, in the direction of
real quick, I
voted for God of War. So I'm glad they won.
I saw David mention the 4chan leak. I don't know if you've heard about the 4chan leak about.
Yeah, what was that about? I watched that last night.
About Bethesda. About the internal stuff going on at Bethesda.
No.
Well, I just heard a little bit about it, but oh gosh, my lupus just kicked into overdrive.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm trying to think.
Yes, I still do. I still love Bethesda. Let's just put that straight. Bethesda is still my favorite company, and they always will be.
Yeah.
You have to critique the company because we love the company.
Absolutely, and I would think, yeah, man, I'm with you. I don't think the 4chan leak is real either. And unless we hear something else about it, it was a bunch of inside stuff about the higher ups at Bethesda, but I don't think anybody can know what's going on in there. But
I have no idea.
Yeah. But with that said, I brought that up because Bethesda has made some terrible bonehead moves in the past month or so.
I feel like because the fact that their 76 isn't being rolled, you have to remember that this is the first time that a game has, in their eyes and through the company's no, not their eyes, but for the fans' eyes, has failed. Not failed, but like in their company, in business terms, and the amount of people that do hate 76 has failed. So you have to remember that this is the first time for them. Like Fallout 4 made, as much as people may or may not have liked Fallout 4,
it was a success.
Yeah,
right.
But now they've come out of the gates with 76, and it's just not the thing that hit home to me, which really hit home to me, is that the Spyro remaster sold more copies than 76 on release. And I was like, are you joking right now? A remaster made more than a AAA Bethesda title. And I was like, are you joking? So for them, they're taking these steps back now. So, they are delaying Blades. They are, I'm guessing they're probably delayed Starfield a bit more now and be like, okay, this needs more work, but right, we need to make sure that this is the game we want it to be on release.
Well, the thing that I want to see them do better is the things like treating the fans better with, the bag thing and the 500 atoms, and that was just dumb.
I wasn't really bothered about the bag, man. I got the freaking.
Well, I wasn't either until the 500 atoms. That was just dumb. You don't do that.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah.
That decision came from the top. You can't. You don't do that.
Mississippi Queen says she likes the bag.
Yeah, who cares about the bag? But
I like the bag, man.
But when you offer somebody 500 atoms just so they don't sue, and that's all it was. Come on,
like $5 of transactions.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Absolutely nothing.
That was just dumb.
But then, just to add, like Rockstar had their own issues with when they launched their online multiplayer thing. I heard something about their transactions and stuff like that. So, we can say that, Red Dead's a better single player game, and then they release their own multiplayer thing, online function, and they get crap for it because they done something dodgy as well. Yeah. So, we can't just put it all on Bethesda, but we have to agree that
I even wonder if somebody might even lose their job over the 500 atoms thing. I mean
that's so stupid.
But
that's so stupid.
I hope they learn their lesson over that one. But,
for sure. Yeah. This is what I mean. This is the main point of this argument. I'm not arguing, but this discussion is that we hope that they learn from this.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I love Fallout 4. I've always said I love Fallout 4. I know people don't like Fallout 4, like for reasons. But I've always liked Fallout 4. I go back to it whenever and pick it up, play it, whatever.
I love it too.
But this one is very different. But then at the same time, I know this happened with ESO, not to this extent. And then I love ESO now. Like, it's a huge game. They add to it like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's a lot. What I'm trying to say is that the transition from release to now is a lot better, which is what I hope they learn from and they add.
I got tickled. They're talking about the photo pose. Have you seen the photo poses in the Atom Shop?
No.
Come on, you had to have seen that. Let me see.
I didn't buy one.
Wait, let me see if I can do the Postman. Wait, I can't do it. Never mind.
I didn't buy one. I didn't buy one from the Atom Store or anything.
You just got to go on there. You just got to go on there and look at the poses they put.
No, I did. Me and my friends were. This is the thing. Like, the online part of the game works, and I like that. It's so easy to connect with friends. It's so easy to join servers. That's fine.
Yep.
It's the actual game itself needs work. As I was saying, like the poses thing. I went into the.
I love
the real.
I love the guitar one. I actually bought that one. I bought the pose with the guitar. I had to, Elvis. I had to. I paid like.
Where is it? Is it like the marsh or something?
I think I paid 600 atoms for the guitar pose. Yeah.
Damn, I can't remember what the area is called. It's like the wooded area, right down near the bottom.
Miss Queen, how many questions have I missed that we need to answer before we get off here?
None, really.
Have you been taking care of it?
She's been doing a good job, yeah.
Timmy, yeah. Well, there are some perk cards. I've seen some people talking about the perk cards that don't work. Well, there's some perk cards that are not very good. Yes. I know what you're talking about there. I will tell you.
Okay.
I will tell you one very quickly that is don't get is the Scrapper perk card. Do y'all remember the Scrapper perk from Fallout 4? Yeah. It was a great perk from Fallout 4. Don't get it in Fallout 76. All it adds is more wood and more steel. You would think,
really?
Yeah, you would think it would add, aluminum and screws and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't. So don't get it. Don't get it.
This is the thing. I mean,
so yeah, there's a lot of tweaking. There's a lot of tweaking they need to do.
The thing is yet again, I will have to say is that you have to think it right. Think of the building of Bethesda. So you think of the ZeniMax building, or the Maryland office, or whatever, or the Austin office, or whatever.
Thank you, David.
You have to think that they work on that for so long, for since 2015.
Yep.
So you got Maryland's working on the area or the landscape for maybe let's put it to like a year and a half, and then you've got Todd would be like, okay, we'll pull a few people of you to go over to Austin for a certain amount of time to continue that work on the landscape, while the rest of the company at Austin
are
working on the content of the game. And then they'll, let's just say, someone from Austin's like, well, what are you guys doing? And then, well, we're working on Starfield.
Thank you,
Brutal.
We've
been working on Starfield for, however long, since Fallout 4. Todd's going, right, here's the time, Starfield, let's go. But we're also doing 76. So you have to think that Todd, he goes over to the other offices and they have regular meetings every month to see the actual content of the game and stuff like that.
I haven't used that one inside.
And obviously he's given a pass on those. So, but he's not involved in those as much as, say, Skyrim or Fallout 4, because this is where they've started adding to the company. And I'm honestly worried. This is one of my main concerns, actually, was because of the success or the lack of success of 76, can they afford to keep those companies? Are they going to start having to lay off those companies, which I don't want?
Right.
But do you think that could happen?
Oh, it absolutely could if they don't turn this around. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could, yeah.
Hey, James wants to know if he should nuke the forest in 76.
I'm not sure if
the Maya,
you
that's
can.
it. The Maya, that's what's called.
I don't know if there's any place in the forest that you can nuke. Let me see.
I haven't even seen a nuke yet.
Let's see. I know you can nuke Morgantown. I know you can nuke White Springs. I'm trying to think if there's any place inside the main forest that you can nuke. I'm not sure, James. River Rat, absolutely, yes. I think they're going to do the same thing with 76 they did with Elder Scrolls. They're going to turn it around, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
And I'm not saying that was my point. I'm not saying that I'm done with the game, because I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up all, whenever.
It is, and you're right. It is Austin that's doing it. And if there is layoffs, it's going to be at Austin. If they don't turn it around, it would be Austin or the new Dallas.
Which would suck to see, because it felt like, Bethesda are, they're bringing outside help finally, and they're building this big company. So we are going to hear more from them, more frequently, and, they now have the manpower to build.
Yeah, we want to
start doing multiple projects, and obviously, sorry.
Go ahead, Queen.
The problem with YouTubers is you guys got to remember you've got 2,000 people, 10,000 people, 20,000 people watching you, and it's kind of like if you've got, well, you probably don't, but I've had 3 now. When you have a teenage child, you say something and they hear a piece of what you say, and they pick up on that one piece, and they take it and they run with it. And they see one comment under a piece of what you say, and so you've supported it. So now what everybody takes away is Just Dom hates Fallout 76 and thinks it's an awful game and you shouldn't buy it. And Juicehead hates Fallout 76, and when that may not actually be what everybody's saying, but that's what people are taking away from it, and it's spreading like a disease across. And so that disease is spreading, and that disease is actually going to cause people to lose their livelihood and their income at home, because other people are being snobby and trashy about something that, guys, is just a game. It's a game, and it may be a $60 game, and I'm on a soapbox for a second. But when I don't know,
these people don't know what soapboxes are.
But in the U.S., when you go to the movies,
these people don't know what soapboxes are.
Okay, well,
you're showing our age. You're going to stand on a milk crate. How's that sound?
I'm going to stand on the milk crate.
Well, they don't know what a milk crate is either.
Let me talk. when you go to the movies in the U.S., you pay about $10 for a ticket for an hour and a half. And you pay another $20 for your popcorn and your soda and maybe a box of candy. So you pay $30 for an hour and a half or 2 hours of entertainment max. Everybody that's griping about this game blows more money on other things than they do on a $60 Fallout game. And they've played it for more hours, and all they have is negative to say, and that's wrong and that's tacky.
Manos just made a huge point, and I have made this so many times. It is so weird seeing people hating on Fallout 76 with a level 100 character in their videos. And there's so many of them doing it.
I'm not even level 20 yet.
There are so many, and absolutely. Yeah. Arnie says he knows he's old enough to know what a soapbox and a milk crate are.
For sure. The thing with me, and the thing that I've always hated, it was...
Hey, Caleb.
Mississippi Queen, you made a great point, whereas people would love to jump on the bandwagon, where, as I said last time, that, you know, we've covered the game since it was announced, and then just because, like, and then other YouTubers or other random channels on the internet, they jump on the bandwagon because they're like, oh, we heard this game is bad, so we're going to start making Fallout 76 videos and saying that they're all bad. And it's like, well, no, you don't know why they're bad. You're just saying that it's bad. You haven't even played the bloody game. That's the one thing I do hate. I completely understand about what you said about, you know, younger audience members or people like that. They'll read that and they'll go, oh, I'll hate the game because he hates the game, or my favorite YouTuber hates the game. I'm like, no, play the game and then make your own opinions on that game or on your own experiences. But I completely agree that Bethesda will turn it around and add the things that they'll add. I'm just saying right now that I can't bring myself to play it right now. And I don't hate the game because I love the aesthetics and I love the Appalachia and I love the online elements and I love Fallout. It's still Fallout. It's improved. It, even though it's the same engine, it's still the improved engine.
In the US without spending $25.
Yeah, and now
it's gone in 15 minutes and you're hungry and sick.
And now Fallout 76 is only what, $39 now? It's not $60 anymore.
Yeah, something like that now.
Yeah. Well, y'all, we've gone 2 hours. Dom, thank you. No, don't be sorry at all. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate, you're welcome every time on the KingCast, and I appreciate you doing it. And again, as soon as I get the PS4, we're starting over, and I'm gonna make you like Fallout 76. I have a goal now to make Dom like Fallout 76. And
for sure.
You PS4 players out there, y'all gonna help me make Dom like it, okay?
Yeah. Y'all remember, if you're on Xbox and you see the KingFanMan playing at random times right now,
it's the Queen.
It's the Queen.
Yep.
I don't know how to jump on the messages. I don't know how to get to things to accept something. So he's not ignoring you and being rude. I just am inept at all of it and don't know how to do anything but shoot a gun, which is really funny.
I'm still with my mother, taking care of her, so I'm only on PC right now. So if you want to play with me right now, I can only play on PC. So, but if you do want to play on PC, please look me up. Sadly, I'm the Mississippi Queen. That is my user tag name.
He was so mad at me.
And why am I the Mississippi Queen? Because my wife.
I got an email from Bethesda that said follow these instructions.
And she followed the instructions. She made her a Bethesda account.
Nice.
Yeah, so thank y'all so much. Y'all that made it all 2 hours, y'all are the best subscribers in all the world. I have the best subscribers in all the world. I do. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed, because I enjoy you.
If you know how to fix that, you need to message him and tell him how, because right now I have an email in waiting to Bethesda.
Who? What are you talking about?
Arnie Anonymous says you can fix that, KingFanMan.
Yeah, you know how to change the username in a Bethesda thing? I bet you don't. Are you serious? I can edit the whole thing except for the username, but if you know how, hey, let me know. That would be great.
Right, is that on Xbox?
Change your name in the launcher.
Change my name in the launcher. I will try. I will try that. I've got my launcher open right here, so I will try that, okay?
Can I change your name on the Xbox to Mississippi Queen?
No, you keep it KingFanMan. You behave.
Somebody's gonna be mad at you.
You behave. So thank y'all for watching the KingCast as always. Dom, thank you for calling in. You call in anytime. You are always welcome on the KingCast, and I hope you're doing well. You take care of yourself, and you always holler. You know you're my friend no matter what you think about Fallout 76.
Thank you, man.
Queen, thank you.
I'll still be playing.
Absolutely. Queen, thank you for being on the KingCast.
Always, my dear. Always.
I miss you, darling.
I miss you too, babe. But it was kind of like we were together.
Absolutely. We had a date on the computer. That's right.
I'll see you for a minute tomorrow if the weather holds.
That's right. We've got church together tomorrow. That's good.
Yep.
Anybody on PC want to play? I'm about to go play Fallout 76, so y'all meet me there. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great night.
Y'all have a great night. Thanks, you guys.
Nice one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.